Hello, this is Lee Anthony Davis with another announcement video for my YouTube channel. A warm welcome. It is Saturday the 30th of September, the last day of the month. So tomorrow will be October. Anyway, this video I usually announce group of the day, contribute of the day, also birthday announcements, a bit of Doctor Who news. Updates on my page group and Instagram account, and also show you another selection from my Doctor Who collection called the Patrick Troughton era on DVD. Also, not forgetting yesterday's Doctor Who question, and I've got the answer for you, obviously, and a new Doctor Who question, and also what's coming up. Right, let's get on with it. Group of the day for Friday the 29th of September goes to Doctor Who 24/7. Well done to them. And contribute of the day for Friday the 29th of September goes to Joe Hatfield. Well done. I'll be posting you up on Facebook, I should know, Instagram, Twitter, and of course my story. Right, okay then, moving on. It's birthday announcements time, and there's someone that I will leave to last for obvious reasons. Right, okay then, celebrating their birthdays is Anthony J. Crowley, Ian Harris, Michael Bolton, Les Richard, Yolanda Halfhill Jones, Nilson Galero, Anthony Chiba, Dennis Manning, and Tom Fisher are all celebrating their birthdays. And the reason why I've left the last one is because he's a friend of mine called Alan Seymour. He has a YouTube channel as well, but he's celebrating his birthday. I'm not going to tell you how old he is. He's on my groups. He's got his own groups as well. And I think he deserves a big shout out. He'll be going on my Lee Anthony Davis, the Doctor Who page and group. I'll be doing a video special for him, so because everyone knows him on there, so they'll know it's his birthday. Anyway, that's enough plugging for you, Mr. Seymour. Right, so birthday's out the way. Right, moving on. Doctor Who news. I've got something to tell you. Because of the 60th anniversary, Russell T Davies is pulling all the stops out. He's doing everything. He's covering every area, and also not forgetting the proms. Remember the Doctor and the proms thing? Love and Monsters, and not Love and Monsters. Yeah, I think it was Monsters and something. Anyway, it was the first one. David Tennant introduced a musical show as well, along with Catherine Tate and Freema Algerman. I think she was in it as well. But anyway, he's got one coming up on the 60th anniversary. It's going to be presented on BBC Two on Sunday the 15th of October, starting at 8 till 10 o'clock. And it will be filmed by iPlayer, BBC iPlayer, to be screened on there at a later date. Obviously, I think it'll be around the 60th anniversary. I can't give you the details because there's so much of it, but I will promise to fill you in on the missing blanks on this one. What I do know is it's going to be conducted by Alistair King and his orchestra, the BBC Singers, and obviously the BBC National Orchestra of Wales will be there doing their bit. They've been they've been pivotal. Sorry, got something in my mouth. They've been pivotal. I can't even say it. They've been central. I think that'd be a better word. Central to the actual music, as well as Murray Gold as well, obviously. But they have been part of Doctor Who, and it's fantastic music it brings out, and they've been part of the proms as well. They were there. That was them playing. I think in 2008, under Russell T Davies. I think in 2005 and 2008. I remember watching it. It was fantastic. It's sort of like show, isn't it? Really, a show extravaganza of music, Doctor Who mixed in with other stuff, but it's quite good. I'll promise to fill you on the details on that one because I'm quite excited as well because I love this sort of thing. It will be screened. I think it'll be part of the BBC Unleashed, which Russell Davies has renamed. It used to be. What's it called? It's now Unleashed, but I can't think. Confidential, that's it. It used to be Doctor Who Confidential, but now it's Doctor Who Unleashed. Right, but it will come up. And also, I know that Chibnall and Stephen Moffat, former showrunners, will be making contributions as well. But Russell T Davies obviously will be running the show, organising it. Murray Gold will be there as well. He'll be involved. So there you go. So it's going to be another of those great prom moments. It's like the BBC proms, but Doctor Who instead. Right, but I'll try and give you the details tomorrow when I do some more news. Also, I want to tell you about Star Beast. You know, this is the first one on the 60th anniversary. This is where we meet David Tennant for the first time. And I've got the images here, and I will describe them as I see them, so you've got an idea. So we start off with David Tennant appearing in an alleyway or something. Oh no, yes, that's a later picture. This is the picture that you're known to him. This is when when he was Jodie Whittaker turning into the Doctor on the mountaintop. You know, I think you got the picture. That's where we see him, and then we got the picture. You remember the one where Matt Smith is hanging off the edge of the TARDIS, and you see this city line. You know, the city underneath him. That's exactly what you'll be seeing again. The TARDIS obviously lands in an alleyway, as it was foretold. It must be doing the same locations as well, so probably done it on the cheap. David Tennant appears out the TARDIS. He starts walking through the crowds. He's looking around, and Donna Noble happens to be there, and her daughter Rose. The one I was talking about is actually Rose's daughter, apparently, and she's with the Doctor, talking to him. Apparently, something out the sky falls. Tennant looks sort of apprehensive as he looks up. Then he runs. We get another picture of the TARDIS. I think people are scrambling around. It's just basically looking up in the sky. And then we've got a picture of Donna Noble with her mum. Yes, she's back again, her mum. And then we've got the crashed sort of sphere. It's like a sphere, but it's got a window on it. This a little round sort of porthole with a light shining out of it on the ground. And then we move. And this is where we got Beep the Meep coming into it. Apparently, Rose is talking to him. This is no lie. With a dustbin, right next to a dustbin. Unbelievable. I think she puts him in a box and takes him home. There's Donna waiting for her apprehensively. Beep the Meep is in the next to, you know, Wilf's shed, yeah, where he had his telescope in the garden and stuff. He's been put in there. And then Donna, with her daughter, her daughter shows Beep the Meep to her, and then she puts her hand on his eye. The Beep the Meep goes, ah, like that. She goes, no way. Anyway, we have a bit more. The Doctor turns up. The mother says, how dare you show yourself, because my daughter's not meant to remember you, you know, and all that. We get a lot of that. The Doctor's doing a bit of running here and there. And then we start to see what has actually landed. They look like, I'll tell you what they look like, these aliens emerging from it. They look like bugs, you know, like with red eyes, antennae. They're basically walking bugs, same size, and they're firing laser beams out of their bloody hands or something. David Tennant looks apprehensive again. In his usual stance of bending down, holding his knees with his hands, obviously. And then we get the confrontation. Yeah, they're walking. They're like, yeah, a bit like, yeah, they are bugs. They're like bug faces with the antennae, but they're quite they're quite. I think they're about 6 foot. And we're getting more. They're causing havoc everywhere, exploding everything. I think Unit are called in. This is where we have Unit, don't we? I think Doctor Who now has sort of has become inclusive. So everybody or every race and every creed is involved, which obviously is the way it goes these days. Oh, I think her boyfriend is back. Remember him that she married, Donna? Uh, he's back again, I think. Or it could be another actor, it doesn't matter. Uh, and I think one of the soldiers gets infected by these aliens and his eyes turn white. So he's obviously under their control, and so he infiltrates. What else have we got here? Donna to wipe her memory to save her life. Now, I don't think. I don't know. It's a bad idea. In my opinion, I think she's been brought in to be killed off. That's what I reckon. I mean, it's all there, isn't it? You know, it's all the writing. Uh, moving on. Just going through the scenes. The Doctor's doing a lot of running. There's a lot of explosions. Donna's there. Oh, this is interesting. We've got a robotic bug. It's massive. It's apparently about 100 foot big or something like that, and I think that's the soldier of whoever it is. I don't know. So London is once more threatened. We see another skyline of London, but there again, yeah. So basically, it's an alien threat, isn't it? David Tennant has been cut. As soon as David Tennant arrives, everything goes haywire, you know. But those pictures tell a little bit of a story. So what I'll do is, I can't give you much. I can only give you what I can see. Maybe I'm told it really badly. I don't know. But what I'll do is I'll be posting all those images up on my Instagram account and of course my Facebook account, which is the group Lee Anthony Davis the Dot Two page. I've already done the other one yesterday. That's all the images have gone up, so they're on my Doctor Who group. So if you want to join the Lee Anthony Davis the Doctor Who group, uh, you can find it on Facebook. All right. Right, I think that will do for now, but that's what I'm going to do. I'll try and give you details of the second adventure because I've done the third one with the toy maker, and now I've just done this one, but not done very well. Obviously, I'm rubbish at telling Jack and Ori tell me a story. Right, okay then. Moving on. As you know, I will give you details on the music thing as well. Right. Uh, Updates on my Lee Anthony Davis, the Doctor Who page. I now have 67 followers, so that's moved up one, I think. And on my group, I'm one short of the big 90 now. I've got it. 89 members have joined the Lee Anthony Davis Doctor Who group, so it's slowly creeping up. No change, sadly, on the Instagram account, but at least I'm not losing anybody. That's the main thing. Right, it's time for my Doctor Who collection selection. And today it's Patrick Troughton. So I'm going to go through these quickly. There we go. Yesterday I showed you William Hartnell. Here is The Power of the Daleks. This is an animation version. The Menace, the Underwater Menace. There you go. One of my favourite adventures in this era is the Moon Base, the Cybermen. Yeah, they're quite pretty good compared to the first time you saw them, you know, in the 10th Planet. A lot more detailed to their faces, more robotic than human, you could say. This is another animation adventure. This is to do with the giant crabs, the Macra. There you go, the Macra Terra. And I'll tell you what, these animation adventures are not bad at all. They're worth their weight in gold when you want to know how the animation goes against the actual original, which you don't see, which you have no idea what they could have been. But I think they've got it pretty near to the mark. And I think they're brilliant. The Faceless Ones as well. This is the end of Ben and Polly. They leave after that series. But there is some live footage. There is some surviving footage. They've got episode 1 and episode 3 left. All the others are animated. Here's another one, The Evil of the Daleks. Only one surviving episode on this one. It's episode 2. It's a pretty good story. It holds up. We're back on my favourites, the Cybermen, Tomb of the Cybermen. This is pretty good. You've got Michael Kilgareth and along with another more Doctor Who actors there doing their sort of Comic Con thing. It was recorded. So he explains the difficulty of getting into that sort of costume because he played Cyber Leader, didn't he? The Supreme Leader or something. And he said it was difficult. And he also explained about the robot he did as well in 1974, how they had to put it all onto him. He had to be built into it, you know, and it was very hard to move about, he said. Anyway, here's another one, The Abominable Snowman. I look forward to this because I never actually saw any episodes of this. And when I saw it in animation, it was pretty good, but... there again, you cannot decipher from the real thing. Differentiate. That's the word I'm looking for. You can't separate, really. The Ice Warriors, another classic. I think there's three surviving episodes and 3 animated ones. Then we got Enemy of the World. Now this has been found somewhere in the world. Somebody had it, so it was possible to put it all together and create that actually the series. It's bloody good. This is the one where Patrick Troughton plays himself and the villain. There you go. He plays Salam. Oh, wait a minute. I'm nearly give it away, didn't I? I've got a quiz question on that. I won't say any more. I nearly gave the word. Otherwise, I would have had to give you another Doctor Who quiz question. I'll get carried away. Web of Fear. On one of the episodes, obviously it has been lost, but so what they do is they put the stills together, so they can actually sort of do it's like an audio then, you know, an audio with someone talking over it. I think it's Fraser Hines doing the narrating as you see the images go past one by one to describe the action. But yeah, the rest of it's okay. I think it's all surviving episodes. Another one, Fury of the Deep, not my most favourite one. I think this is the seaweed creatures, but it's all animated. No surviving footage, I believe. There's a few scenes, I believe, you know, but they're about 2 seconds long. Not really a lot of surviving material from that. Then we come to the Dominators. Ronald Allen, who plays the baddie in this. He also appeared in Ambassadors of Death as the controller to the Apollo mission. But he's pretty good. He ended up doing Crossroads, if you know, playing Dr. David Hunter. There you go. Mind Robber. This is more psychological and studio stuff rather than the actual action adventure you're used to seeing. This is the Mind Robber, you know, it's basically the Doctor and his companions are taken to another world, and the whatever entity it is wants to use him to control the universe. I don't know, use his brain or whatever. They all want a piece of the Doctor's the piece of the Doctor, don't they? All these aliens. Right, okay, moving on to a better episode. This is The Invasion, which is one of my favourite villains, Tobias Vaughan, played by Kevin Stoney. Very good. He's very good. He's that type of person that shows no emotion and suddenly it's like that. But it's pretty good. The Cybermen are pretty good. There's plenty of action in this one, as you know, and it's pretty good. I think there's about a couple animation ones because they lost the footage was lost. So, but I think 4 episodes are actually the episodes. 2 of them are animation, I think. I'm not too sure. Don't quote me on that. Right, coming to the end of this quickly. The Crotons, not my favourite episode. The monsters were crap. You could tell that they had difficulty moving around. The Seeds of Death, a very good Ice Warrior story. There we go. Lovely, beautiful woman on the front. I don't know her name, but I'm sure her name is Miss Kelly. She was in charge of the... what was it called? This thing that transports people from Earth to the moon and back, you know. But it doesn't matter. And this one is an epic, historical, classic sci-fi. This is the War Games. This is Patrick Troughton's final outing as the Doctor, as we say goodbye to Zoe and Jamie as well. Anyway, that's it. I'll be back with another collection tomorrow featuring the Jon Pertwee era. Okay then, moving on. It's Doctor Who quiz time. Remember, I asked a question on Sarah Jane, and I wanted to know how many episodes did Sarah Jane appear? Not just in the classic, but in the modern. And the answer was 22, as far as I know. That's including The Stolen Earth, Class Reunion, and Journey's End. She did appear in a few seconds in the End of Time, but that was at the very end. but I won't class that one. So the answer is 22 episodes. You might quote me to saying I might have missed one, but I doubt it. Right, so that's the answer. Now I want another. I'm going to give you another Doctor Who question. In which episode did Patrick Troughton play himself as well as a villain? I want to know the name of the villain and the name of the episode. I'll give you a clue. Barry Letts, who became the former who was a future showrunner, was a director then. He directed that. He wasn't happy with it, but I want to know what was the name of it and what was the name of the villain Patrick Troughton played as well. So he was on it twice. We saw Nicholas Courtney play himself and a villain in Inferno. So it's not as if it wasn't done. This is the only time it was done. It's been done a few times. They had Matt Smith doing it as well, didn't they? Where he played a cybernetic himself and himself playing a game of chess or something. Anyway, never mind. Oh, Peter Capaldi was sort of... well, I don't know. He was in it in the Fires of Pompeii, and then he appeared as a doctor as well, didn't he? And this is the reason why I chose this face. Did you, or was it the reason why you were selected by Stephen Moffat? Right, getting on before I lose myself in a quagmire of bullshit. Here we go. Yes, it's coming up now. Don't forget, Lost in Space. The cliffhanger will be coming up very shortly. As soon as I finish this video, it'll be on this channel very shortly. Also, to tell you, there's a Doctor Who quiz next Saturday on the 7th of October. I'll be giving you 10 questions, a video like this, and then I'll be following up with the answers on another video. That'll be on this YouTube channel, Watch This Space. And also, comment section. Let me just give you some comments from so far Lost in Space, and of course my video here. I'm just going to go straight into it. I've got one from a let me just see. I'll have to read it with a magnifying glass. They're very tiny. This one comes from Wo Yame 1. He says, I remember being actually terrified by this as a boy and happy to be so. Now all I can think of is how amazingly disciplined this so-called wild alien creature, right, wild creatures are. They come out orderly and single file and never fight amongst themselves. It's talking about an episode where Mr. Smith accidentally presses the wrong button. I think he was trying to use the spacecraft to escape, and he used the robot to try and help him. Robot didn't want to know because he told him there was danger, don't interfere with the guy. He says, oh, stop that, you scrap heap of rubbish. Just press the button, any button will work, you know. And like usual, it all goes wrong. And then he unwittingly releases these, because it was called the Keeper. Remember the Keeper? And it was basically he unleashed these creatures onto the planet, and there were specimens, you know, and they're in their cages and the cells, and he opened the bloody door as usual, and he did a runner as usual. Anyway, that's what the comment was. I've got one more to tell you about. I'm just going to go there now. Let me just go here. There we go. Give me a second. Just getting there. I've got 2 comments here, actually, so I'm just going to read them for you now. Just making sure. Turn the volume down on that one. Here we go. Oh, it's gone wrong. Come on. Technology, eh? Right, here we are. I do apologise for that. I've got 2 comments. The first one is, I enjoyed the Doctor Who DVD collection on the William Hartnell era. Look forward to seeing the Troughton one, which I've just done. So I'm glad to be of service. That one comes from Aaron Baker. Thank you, Aaron. Also, I have another comment here. I haven't got time to read his name up, but I'll read this quickly. I have just seen the images you have posted up on your group. That's the Lee Anthony Davis, the Doctor Who group on Facebook. And they are fantastic, of the 60th anniversary of the Giggle. Yeah, and I'm also going to put the Star Beast up today. So thank you for your comment. Right, so that's it from me today. Look out for Lost in Space in a short while on this channel. I've got to go now. Thank you for watching. I'll see you roughly at the same time tomorrow. Look after yourselves and bye for now. Oh, and sorry, thank you for subscribing to my YouTube channel. I had 6 people subscribe yesterday. I'd like to thank them. Thank you very much for joining my channel. Now I will say bye for now.